Master Plan Part 3. What is it? Why does it even matter? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you here. Hope you've had an unreal day. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. If you want to start investing in stocks, and I think right now is, well, probably the best time to do it over the last 2 years because the market, for just ridiculous emotional reasons, largely, I believe, is very severely depressed, especially electric car stocks in China. And also, I think Tesla's stock price this year is set to jump up a significant amount considering the likely doubling of vehicle sales we're going to see this year after their production increases at China and also their factories in Germany and the US opening up this year. Obviously, we're at a forward price earnings ratio of around about 70 this year. I think that's going to jump back up to 150. That would mean possibly a doubling of the stock price, but that's just my guess. By the end of this year, that's my guess. Do your own research, figure it out for yourself. Tesla are possibly going to have a plan released for the next 10 or even 15 years. Now, you probably know that Elon Musk wrote an initial master plan. The bizarre thing is, this was done many years ago. Now, how many of you wrote a master plan, say, 15 years ago, that you actually followed through on? How many of you made a master plan to take over the world that you followed through on? That's what is insane about all of this. Elon Musk recently revealed something that I find pretty exciting. He is working on Master Plan Part 3. He already published the first and the second over the last 15 years, and it outlines his primary long-term goal for Tesla as the company evolves from tiny startup to something much greater. Musk's first master plan wasn't really talked about by anyone for years. It's incredible, actually. But it did reveal the company's strategy for the ensuing 15 years. It discussed how the company intended to enter the affordable vehicle market, say Tesla Audi, by developing and evolving its lineup from expensive sports cars like the original Roadster to more affordable mainstream vehicles like the Model 3. Musk's first master plan also mentioned how electric vehicles could become energy positive by charging their EVs from renewable sources like the sun. Master Plan Part 2, 10 years later, came about when the company was already producing the Model S and the Model X, and it was published in 2016. This plan highlighted that Tesla intended to enter all vehicle segments, heavy-duty trucks, pickups, and passenger-density urban transport. However, it emphasized the importance of Tesla Energy and its solar products, as well as the value of advanced driver assist systems like autopilot and full self-driving. Musk touched on the idea of the Tesla network, which would be possible once autonomous driving is achieved. Now, Tesla haven't quite completed Part 2 yet. Obviously, full self-driving hasn't quite been solved just yet. Got probably a couple of years to come. Now, while all the goals highlighted by the CEO in his first master plan were met with the launch and ramp of the Model 3, the goals indicated in the master plan, Part 2, have been more challenging. Vehicles like the Tesla Semi and the Cybertruck are still waiting to be produced, and the solar roof ramp has been rife with delays and different challenges. The deployment of full self-driving has made some progress, but it's been much, much harder than Elon initially thought, and he's admitted that on a number of occasions. Now, many people think that true autonomy is still a distant goal, far off somewhere in the future. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Tesla will solve it within the next 2 years? That's the key question here. This does not mean to say that Elon Musk's Master Plan Part 3 is ill-timed. However, Musk definitely has a vision for Tesla and he knows where the company is going. He's sort of playing chess, in my view, while the rest of them are playing checkers. His long tenure as Tesla's CEO provides him with a pretty good idea as to what the company could achieve in the future. And really, I love when Arnold Schwarzenegger tells the little story of how a ship without a captain just floats around and goes nowhere, or a company without a plan rarely actually succeeds. I think this kind of planning is absolutely integral and necessary to a company's success. With this in mind, and while details of Master Plan Part 3 are yet to be released, Speculation is all over the place, all over the internet, all over the interwebs, whatever you want to call them, about what Master Plan Part 3 is going to include. Some Tesla bulls claim that this Plan Part 3 will include how Tesla will transition to an artificial intelligence and data company. And frankly, they're already doing that now. I mean, obviously, they are working in this massively. In some of the interviews that I've seen Elon give, in particular one he did recently, he discusses how important it is for Tesla to build their robot and how they can use a lot of the work they've done with full self-driving and autopilot to training the robot using neural nets. I believe personally that the robot is actually far more important than cars. Maybe not than full self-driving. Maybe they're a similar level of importance, but I think the robotics area of the company is potentially the greatest earner for Tesla in the future. A focus on artificial intelligence is not far-fetched at all for Tesla, considering the company's projects like Optimus and the wealth of data it's gathering from its fleet of vehicles every day. It doesn't even have to be limited to electric cars. Obviously, products like the humanoid robot are, well, potentially going to open up an even bigger market. I mean, clearly, Tesla's AI projects could expand to many, many different industries. I personally can see them expanding to places like restaurants, allowing them to be open all night. Factories, allowing factories to have workers who can work 24 hours a day without getting tired. And basically never make mistakes, never go on strike, never ask for a pay rise. I mean, honestly, it is a bit scary to think about this. It is a bit scary to think you and I will eventually be replaced. But that, I believe, is what will happen. Now, on this point, Elon said he has a lot of respect for those who do honest work in creating useful products and services for their fellow humans. He said, "Working hard to make useful products and services for your fellow humans is deeply morally good. I have so much respect for the associates doing an honest day's work at Tesla or SpaceX, building and servicing cars, rockets, Starlinks, batteries, solar, and many other things. However, once you have finished building my robot, I will fire all of you and simply have an army of robots to take over the world." You know what? I joke, of course. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? It is actually quite interesting to think about this. For those of you who have seen the movie Her, the 2013 American science fiction romantic comedy drama, written, directed, and co-produced by Spike Jonze, which stars the character of Theodore, who's an introverted writer who buys an artificial intelligence system to help him write. However, when he finds out about the AI's ability to learn and adapt, he ends up falling in love with it. I mean, that is the possible future we're looking at. Robotics will most certainly change the world. Whether for good or for bad, I don't know. Maybe both. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know what you think will be in Tesla's master plan, part 3. Thanks for watching.